Hello, I'm Marianne Elliott from 360 Mortgage Solutions. So if you're thinking that the deposit you need to get into your first property is a 20% deposit plus costs, you might be wrong. So let's have a good chat about how much deposit you actually need to get into your first home. So firstly, let's start with that 20% deposit. You are absolutely correct. If you have a 20% deposit, so with a 20% deposit, it does mean that there is no lender's mortgage insurance, and we can get you a lower rate as well. So you're looking at a nice low rate, no extra charges like lender's mortgage insurance. However, if you don't have a 20% deposit, because let's be honest, in this market, that's a lot of money, a lot of savings, there are some other things you can consider to still get into the property market sooner rather than later. So the first and most common one is absolutely the home buying scheme. So the home buying scheme allows first home buyers to get into the market with a 5% deposit plus costs. Now you'll notice when I say plus costs, I'm talking about things like stamp duty, solicitor bills, building and pest inspection, all those little odds and ends that we need to account for. But effectively it means with a smaller deposit, not the 20%, but the 5%, you can get into your first home with no lender's mortgage insurance. So it's lower deposit and saving you potentially thousands of dollars. The other option you can look at is a guarantor loan. So in some cases, you can get a guarantor loan with no deposit, meaning you don't need any cash to get into your first home. Now there's a little preference there. I would say that some savings is great, or at least showing that you've been able to meet the commitment of a rental repayment is really good. But effectively you don't need any cash to get into your property if you have guarantors willing to help you out. But effectively you don't need any cash if you've got a guarantor who's able and willing to help you get into your first home. And finally, if you're not able to get on the scheme and you don't have any available guarantors, there is still the lender's mortgage insurance option. So with as little as 8%, depending on the amount you're looking to borrow, you can get into your first home with some lender's mortgage insurance added to the loan. In this current market, there's not too many clients taking the lender's mortgage insurance option because there is that home buying scheme, but it is still definitely something that is open to clients who potentially don't meet the criteria for the scheme and still want to get into the property market sooner rather than later. So the key takeaway is the old 20% isn't necessarily what you need to get into the market, but I would encourage you, regardless of when you think you might be ready to get into the market, to book a time with myself or Tara at 360 Mortgage Solutions for a fee-free meeting so we can talk to you about your current situation, what schemes and grants might be applicable to you, and what our advice might be so that you can start to piece together how much deposit you need and when you might be ready. That's it for me, guys. I hope you have a great day and I'll catch you next week.